Hey there, my name is Zselyke, I'm from Zell Marketing, and in this video I will tell you more about Google Ads sitelinks and how you can really strategize them to make the most of your Google Ads campaigns. If you already have a Google Ads account or you already have a Google Ads campaign running, then chances are that you are already using sitelink extensions. In this video, I want to talk a little bit more in depth about different strategies that you can use with sitelink extensions and make sure that really you're maximizing their power and making the most of them. Sitelink extensions are one of the most common extension types used on Google Ads. However, there's a lot of strategy that goes into it, and it's not as easy as it might seem. So in this video, I'm going to introduce you to a few different approaches, and hopefully by the end of this you have a better understanding of how you can use this and how you can use them to make the most of your Google Ads campaigns. So without further ado, let's get started. So just to get everyone on the same page, what are sitelinks? Sitelinks are these little snippets of links that you see under an ad that appears in the search engine, meaning that sitelinks are only available for search ads. This is not a feature that you can use in display or shopping or video. So this means that when a user types in a keyword to the search engine that is relevant for your search, an ad will pop up. But on top of the headlines and the descriptions, you can also add extra information which will make your ad more prominent. Let's take a big brand, for example, just for me to show you how a sitelink could look like. For example, let's go for Adidas. So this is a beautiful example. We have Adidas right here. And you can see that there are two headlines that Adidas is currently showing: Shop the Three Stripes and Official Adidas Online Store. And then you have a description over here as well. And then on top of that, you have a little bit of extra information. They're also using a location extension, which is probably material for maybe another video. But these four things over here are what we call sitelink extensions. And Adidas is using them really, really well because they give you more information. So here we see that you have a 30% off. Here you see different types of shoes. So if you're interested in running shoes, or here you can see some other type of Boost footwear that I'm personally not familiar with. But this is great for someone who is shopping for shoes. And this way they can instantly arrive to a very relevant page for them. Because most likely, if I click on the ad itself and not any of the sitelinks, it's either going to take me to the home page or a much more general page. So what sitelinks really give, both for users and marketers and the brands, is more variety and just an easier access for users to different parts of the website. So using sitelinks makes ads in general more prominent, and because there's much more information, users are much more likely to at least click on one part of the ad as opposed to if we only saw this top part of the ad, which is only the headlines and the descriptions. So sitelinks is really an excellent way to increase how many people are clicking on your ad, increasing click-through rate. And also because users are landing on more relevant pages for them, they are also more likely to engage more with it and are more likely to convert. And this will overall affect landing page experience. And all of these components will affect your quality score, which then again will affect how often your ad is shown and how much you are actually paying for your ads. So in reality, it's everyone's interest that you are using sitelinks and making your ads as relevant as possible. Now, what I really want to talk about is not only encouraging you to use sitelinks, but to also use them very, very strategically. Now, in general, you can use sitelinks three different ways. You can use them on the account level, which means that you can generate one sitelink, and these sitelinks will be appearing in any of your ads, in any of your campaigns, or any of your ad groups. Now, in general, I wouldn't recommend this just in specific cases that I will talk about a little later. But what ideally you want to do is theme these sitelinks that you are using and use specific sitelinks at least for every campaign, but ideally different sitelinks for every single ad group. Now, I don't mean that you have to create individual sitelinks for every single ad group, but what I mean by this is that you really should consider for each ad group what sitelinks are you using for the keywords that are assigned to that ad group. So let me show you an example. I'm going to take you to a Google Ads account, and this is basically a demo account that I have, so there's not that much data going on. There's one campaign that I have built, but we don't really have a budget going on for this. It's just for demo purposes. So in this campaign, I have three ad groups, one for broad match keywords, one for phrase match keywords, and one for exact match keywords. So maybe let's start by building a sitelink ad together. So once you have entered your Google Ads account, this is pretty much how it should look like. And then from here, you will go to Ads and Extensions. And over here at extensions, you will click the blue cross, and then you will click on Sitelink extensions. So over here on the top, you can choose whether you want to add it to the account level, to the campaign level, or to the ad group level. And then if you select this, then you just select which ad group would you like it to be applicable to, and then generate any text that could be relevant for you. So I'm not gonna be creating any major site links right now, but I'm just giving you an idea. So for now, I'm just gonna copy this over here to the description line, and I'm gonna add a final URL. I'm not gonna save this because I don't want Adidas to charge me with plagiarism of any sorts. I don't want to get into trouble, but I'm just gonna put the final URL here. So this kind of gives you an idea of how your ad will end up looking like. Also, quick tip, make sure to at least put 4 Sitelink extensions to every single ad group. Sometimes there's only 2 of them showing up, sometimes there's none of them showing up at all, but sometimes you do have all 4 Sitelinks showing up. So if you don't give the ad group 4 Sitelinks, then you will never get 4 Sitelinks showing up at the same time. So it's important to give Google Ads the possibility to show all 4 of your Sitelinks, because obviously the more you have showing, the higher the click-through rate will be for your ad. So you can create 4 different Sitelinks here. Each of them should ideally have a different Sitelink text, different description, and different URLs as well. This is how you can create the most variety within the same ad. You should also keep in mind that sometimes Google Ads is not showing the description, only the Sitelink text. So make sure to write them so that if only the Sitelink text would be showing, it would still be relevant for the user. So once you have completed that, you would scroll all the way to the bottom, and then you would just save it over here. And as soon as Google Ads has approved it, you will have your Sitelink extensions up and running. Now, what I really want you to do here is create a strategy for each ad group and make sure that all the Sitelinks are relevant to all the ad groups. Because what basically happens here is that you're given 4 extra chances to prove the user that you have relevant content for them. Because maybe sometimes a general homepage is just not that interesting for them. So make sure to really highlight whatever is going on in your business. So let's break down a few different strategies about what different things you can do with these Sitelink extensions. Make sure to highlight whatever important thing is currently going on in your business. If it's 2020, like right now it is, it might be relevant for you to have a COVID update in your Sitelinks, because this will give a sense of confidence and comfort to the users that yes, you are taking precautions, and yes, you are addressing the situation and you have it under control. As opposed to if your ad copy is from 2018 and it says, let's have a huge festival with hundreds of thousands of people in the same location and be crowded together, then that's probably not going to be very popular in 2020, and no one's going to click on your ad because they will realize that this is not a current offer and this is not relevant anymore, and this is probably completely obsolete. So although I'm not saying that everyone should have a COVID update as their Sitelink, maybe it's anything other relevant that's going on in your business. Maybe you launch a new product, or maybe you want to highlight something really cool that you recently did in your business. Let's say you're an escape room and you just opened a new track that people can come and try. So let's say you have a returning customer who has been to your escape room before, and then they search for your name, and then immediately in the Sitelink extensions they will see that you have a new track that they can come in and explore. They are more likely to click on it, right? So just make sure that you put something eye-catching for both returning customers, but also for people who are seeing potentially your ad or your website for the first time. Another thing that you can add to your Sitelinks is a current sale, what's going on in your business. Maybe you are giving 30% off to all new subscribers to your mailing list. Or maybe since it's fall, you're having a summer clearance for all the products. Or maybe you're a photographer and you have a special deal for couples or anything like that. So something that is eye-catching. It's also proven that if you add numbers or any exclamation marks, percentages, something like that, it's eye-catching because it's different from the pattern, right? Because most of the time we see text in these ads. So if you see 20% off, it's immediately eye-catching and it draws the attention of the user. So this is also something you can use. Also, if you have a landing page for all your products that are currently on sale, then it's also probably a very good idea to use that as one of the Sitelinks, and just say clearance up to 75% off, or whatever it is that is true for your business and is relevant for you and will be relevant hopefully for your users as well. Another excellent way to diversify your site links and make sure that they're very, very relevant is addressing different demographics with different site links. What I mean by this is, for example, going back to the Adidas ad we saw very, very recently, is they could have had a general link and they could have, for example, put two different site links, sneakers for men and sneakers for women. This way users can very quickly reach the exact landing page that is more relevant for them. So you can also use demographic targeting in this way with site links, making sure that you add something for all genders in your site links so they all find something relevant, whoever it is that is searching for them. Obviously, there's also many, many different ways for addressing demographics, and this also depends on your business. Maybe if you're a bookstore, you can have different site links for different age groups. Let's say you could have a site link saying books for kids, and romance novels, and books for young adults, and books for adults. So this way you can really diversify it, and you can very quickly allow the user to find whatever it is that they're really looking for. Another way that you can use site links to make your Google Ads more relevant is using them as subcategories for a certain product type. Let's say, going back to the Adidas shoes again, if your ad is triggered by a keyword such as sportswear, maybe you can have different subcategories for sportswear as your site links. So you could use indoor sportswear, outdoor sportswear, sportswear for the winter. Again, you can use genders, women's sportswear, men's sportswear, etc., etc. You can also categorize them in this example by the type of activity that people would do. You can do sportswear for yoga, sportswear for jogging, sportswear for the gym, sportswear for outdoor activities, for hiking, etc., etc. So there are really endless opportunities, and you will have to figure out what is it that's most relevant for your business. And obviously, what's great with Google Ads is that you can do a lot of testing and you can figure out what is it that's working for you and what is it that's good for your business. Another thing that can be relevant for you to add to your site link extensions is anything that would be relevant information for anyone who is thinking about purchasing a product or service from you. So this can be a contact us page if that's relevant for you. So especially if in your business leads are important for you, then adding your contact page as a site link could be super helpful for users. Or also if you have a page about frequently asked questions or shipping information or anything like that, that could be relevant for the user and they might be looking for that based on whatever keyword is that they have been searching for, then you can also add those as well if you want your ad to be more general. Usually these work better for branded campaigns where people are not searching for specific products or services, but might already know about your brand and are searching for your brand name directly. And finally, I want to share one more strategy with you, and that is complementary products. So this is kind of like an upsell type of idea. The reason why this strategy can work is that a lot of times when people enter keywords in the search engine, maybe they have just been too lazy to specify what is it that they exactly want, or they're even not exactly sure themselves what is it that they want. So maybe someone has entered the keyword camera, but they really want is a microphone for a camera. So in this case, you can show an ad for a camera, but you can add different complementary products as site links to your ad. So this can mean that you have a general ad for the product itself that people are searching for, but under it you have different site links for different types of products. Let's say in this case, you could have lights for cameras, microphones for cameras, cables for cameras, external batteries for cameras, a bunch of different things. So this way you can make sure that even if the user didn't search 100% what they entered to the search engine, they will still find something relevant for them. And this way you can also give a better idea to users about the different range of products you might have on your website. So all in all, the message I would really like you to leave with is that your site link extensions should always be relevant for the user, and they should always produce some extra value for whoever is seeing your ad. So you have to make the whole package coherent, and the better they work together, the higher your CTR will be and the lower your CPC will be, and the more success you will have running Google Ads campaigns. So the next time you're creating these site links extensions, or maybe you're actually heading to your Google Ads account right now and revamping them to make sure that they're coherent, think about using common sense and just making sure that you understand what is it that consumers might be searching for when they enter a specific keyword that you're targeting, and what would be valuable for them to see whenever they're doing that. So if this content was valuable for you, then make sure to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every week, sometimes Wednesday, sometimes Thursday, sometimes Friday, who knows, but be sure that there's gonna be a video every single week. And other than that, I do offer business consultations. Currently, I am actually quite busy with work, but if you are interested in having a one-to-one to see where could we scale specifically your business, then I also have in the description box below a link to my website, and you can get in touch with me through that by booking a consultation or just filling in a contact form and letting me know that you would be interested in potentially working together. If you have any other questions regarding this video, then make sure to leave them in the box below and I will definitely answer that as soon as possible. And other than that, I hope you have a beautiful day and I will see you next week.